Houghton RV Park, Houghton, Michigan. Straight ahead, I'm just getting ready to pull the RV out of our RV spot. We've been about 5 weeks now. That's been our view every morning. Let me tip it back just a little bit more. We got a hill right here on the other side of the little roadway. Leaves are really starting to turn. Let me just show you a little bit of that there. Really beautiful. So anyway, I've got the iPhone mounted in a little dash mount up here. I'm going to start pulling out. It might get a little jiggly. This has always been jiggly, but just for the few minutes it's going to take me to get out of here, I thought I would give just another little look around since the leaves are changing, getting so nice looking. We've been up here about 5 weeks. Daughter Kelly had her baby, I think right about 3 weeks ago. Grandma had to come up and be a part of that. We've enjoyed the Upper Peninsula of Michigan while we've been there. Got the RV all unhooked, all loaded up. Hopefully everything's secured and tied down. Miss Lily went on ahead. She went over to Kelly's house. We're going to meet there. I'm going to stop and get some fuel. Then we'll get out of town probably within the hour. Head across the northern peninsula of Michigan. Now, if you notice right here on my right, this is the end of the campground RV park. It's getting kind of empty. A lot of people have been leaving. Cold weather's coming. We're just wanting to get out of here before the snow. Kelly's husband's parents are coming in. Actually, I think they're in the air right now. Went to the airport in Denver, got on a plane. I don't know what time this morning. I think going to fly into Madison, Wisconsin, and maybe stay there tonight. I'm not positive, but just swinging around. The same road comes in, goes out. It's not double-ended, so here's the other side. You probably saw the waterway, it's Portage Waterway out there, just behind these guys. Except for the few we went by, which are now on my right now. Everybody's a waterfront spot. I don't know, what was there, 6 or so? There's only 25 spots in the entire campground. Until the last couple of nights, it has been full every night since we got here in early September. Pretty much do need a reservation to get in. They're getting ready to close down for the winter. The camp host has already left for Florida. Let's see, we were in spots 3 and 4, going by 6 right now. Spots on Sunday because they had this spot 4, I think, because the internet was reserved only for one night. Somebody came in, stayed one night. We moved over, stayed, we moved Sunday. Here's the camp host shack. Oh, somebody's in their spot tonight. We were wondering if anybody would come. They've got sheets on the door. People that have reservations, self-check-in, reserve by phone, pay by phone, come and stay. Anyway, right next to it here is City Park. We're going to sneak out along the waterway here. Hopefully this won't be too jiggly for you to watch as we service dropped out briefly. I think I'm back. I'm trying to watch the road instead of the telephone, so if I lose you, I won't know it probably right away. I'll try and pay attention and keep my eyes open. Yeah, if you can see that, the phone's jiggling up there on the dash. I need to find a better mount. I haven't come up with anything yet because the way it's mounted, it's up on top of the dash just above the gauges and extends up, I guess, about 4 inches with adapters so I can swivel it and change the views and things. But anyway, we're going to head down across the Upper Peninsula. We're hoping to stay somewhere down in the area of the Mackinac Bridge tonight. A lot of campgrounds are closing, a lot of well, there aren't a lot of Walmarts in some towns up here. Linda did tell me there's one, I don't recall now the name of the town where she said. It's only less than 300 miles from here, so it might be kind of a short day. We might set that Walmart as our target. It's over on the eastern side of the northern peninsula, north of St. Ignace, where the Mackinac Bridge starts and goes across. We might also go, depending on weather and how we feel tomorrow, we may or may not go out to Mackinac Island. I think it'd be kind of fun, this little short ferry ride. Not sure what the weather, what the businesses are doing over there. There goes an RV across the bridge ahead of us. This is the lift bridge across the Portage Waterway. You can raise up that center section to let ships through. Isle Royale Queen 4 was parked right next to us. I think it winters here. I'm not positive, but I think Kelly said there was some ship parked here all winter last winter. They stopped running, let's see, we were up at Copper Harbor a couple weeks ago, had dinner. The ferry came by and tooted at the restaurant workers who went out to wave, and the girls did a little can-can dance for the ferry going by. It docks up in that area. It was just kind of a fun little thing. You can see over there to the left, there's some really pretty colors on that hillside too. We're going to sneak under the parking. That's not really a parking garage, it's open-ended, but it's city parking up above and underneath. There is clearance. I don't remember if it was 14 feet or what. There's room for semis and motorhomes. We got here the first day and we didn't find the park right away. Let's see, it says clearance 14.6 and we're 13.1 maximum height, so we're just fine. We've got covered parking here, which these are the back doors for the lower level of Main Street up on top. Be a great place for employee parking during the winter. Also for the restaurants and shops in downtown Houghton. There's always a lot more cars than there are people, it seems. So we'll come out the other side. Right here on our right will be Sumi Restaurant, where I did a little video on it. It's a local favorite. Great breakfast. We had lunch there yesterday with Zach and Kelly. I had hot meatloaf sandwich, which they grill a couple slices of meatloaf, put it on bread with gravy and mashed potatoes. It was delicious. Also, a couple weeks ago, we met a co-owner named Kelly. Gave me a Sumi hat and invited us to come back. It was on a Wednesday. They were closed that day. They close on Wednesdays right now. Anyway, he promised us some samples, so we went back and got our samples yesterday. He hadn't been there the first couple of times we went back and went in. Real nice pasties. It's kind of like meatloaf in a pastry crust, but made with, I think, pork, rutabagas, spices, maybe some onion. I looked up a recipe and put all kinds of things in it. Carrot seems to be pretty popular, but used to be a popular miner's food, I guess, in the old days. They could fix them at home, take them for lunch, and be fast food of the day back in the 1800s. Miners could take them to work and have a good meal. I read somewhere sometimes they would eat the filling and throw the crust away after they held it with their coal-covered hands. I don't know if that was absolutely true or not, but it'd sure be handy. Very tasty. It tastes a lot like meatloaf with a pastry crust on it. Kind of like a Hot Pocket. Alright, we're done with the waterway. This is the highway that goes through town. It's one-way streets. Not much traffic right now. I'm going to get fuel down here. Little ways pretty close to where Kelly and Zach live is a fueling station with an easy-to-get-to diesel pump. So we kind of scoped that out last night. Where can we get fuel on the way out of town? It'll be easy, and their diesel pump is set away from the island's for regular fuel, so lots of room, get in, get out, no problems. It's not a pay at the pump, so I do have to go in and give them a credit card to have them start the pump, but that's okay. It's still pretty convenient when you have plenty of excuse my stuttering. When you have plenty of room to turn around, get in, get out without having to worry about running into something. Some older gas stations as well, in particular, are bad about building the everything for cars. Can't get a 40-foot motorhome in and out very easy, but we noticed this one would be simple. So I'm going to stop here and up here. Well, it's still up here a little ways. Right now we're going past the main campus, or one of the main campuses of Michigan Technological University. A lot of engineers go to school up here. I don't know if you can see that sign just right there on the left. Might be too small to read. This is all new highway. This was all dug up and dirt when we first got to town. Used to kind of detour around. I guess we always did run through here, but they're running eastbounds over there on that left lane. This was closed, being dug up, but really turning into a nice road. Put in some new storm sewer. I guess a few years ago they had a lot of trouble. Flood came in. I always thought on the side of a hill you didn't have to worry about flooding as much, but apparently it took out some of their streets, did a lot of damage to things, and they're getting it repaired now. Been working on side street approaches. Looks like they're working on something down here still this morning. Working on the island. Some of it's grass, some of it's stamped cement, gives it kind of a brick look. Looks like they're putting in sidewalks and finishing up the islands here. I would go to school here if I was about 50 years younger and wanted to be an engineer. Not the type that I was. I was a railroad engineer, but these are the smart people. They know how to build things and design things. So we're kind of towards the east end of town now. There's the waterway again, which runs through. They dredged that in the 1860s to connect with Lake Superior on both ends. Portage Lake is on down this way a ways. Lake Superior we've been to a couple times out on the west end. Did some videos there if you want to check back and look. We've had a really good 5 weeks. Got some videos going. The campground is probably the best campground internet we've ever found anywhere. I was able to upload things. Linda was able to do some work with her consulting job. So it's hard to see right now, but if you see that, looks like a white bar across above the road. That's the fuel station we're headed to. I'm going to pull in there, get some diesel. I'll set the video off. We'll see you again later today. I'll probably be using the GoPro and rather than the phone. Won't be doing live videos as we travel. But for now, thanks for watching. Be safe, have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Show you the diesel pumps are right here. The first pumps that we'll see. I'll just pull up there. I'll go in, get keyed up. We'll fill it up and be ready to hit the road. Now this first pump, there's 2 diesel pumps here. We drove through last night. This first one is off-road number 2 diesel. If you have a tractor or an off-road vehicle of some kind you need fuel for, rather than paying the highway tax, they do have an off-road pump. We, of course, we're not entitled to that. We got to pay max tax, get the on-road diesel. There is, I don't know how much it is. Huge penalty if you try to use off-road diesel in an on-road vehicle and get caught. So, all right, folks, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Be safe, have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.